Hey everyone, how's it going? It's Nady, and today we're going over the latest, best, and worst of Bootete. As you beautiful people know, this is about the products, not the people behind them. Any tiff you may have with them, please cast it away, because this is a channel of positive energy. Okay? Thank you. Oh, my little chocolate chips, how you doing today? I hope wherever you're at in the world, you're having a spiffy day so far. Oh my god, I just spit. Anyways, it is that time again where we take a look at all of the things that I've reviewed lately. Now that I've had a little bit more time with them, I can be a little bit more in depth. Some things I might not love as much, some things I might love more, and we have a few things that I haven't even talked about. I don't use that many products off camera, but the few that I do use, I want to show ya. And if you've never seen one of my videos, we have 3 different categories. We have the Yas category, the Meh category, and the Hell No's. And today, all 3 categories are juicy and plentiful. Oh, who do we have here? I tried to grab my cat for you, but she ran away. Here she is. What a little baby. Hi, pretty girl. You do not want to be up here. All right. Okay, well, what a waste of an allergy pill. Anyways, before we dive into this, let's take a moment to talk about today's sponsor. Ooh, all this cat hair. My goodness. So if you've watched this channel, I really don't do that many sponsors. It has to be something that I actually use and really believe in. And I've been working my little tush to the bone trying to become something in life. And I've really forgotten that it is essential to just chill, take a moment, relax, and decompress. And so I downloaded this game, and then the next thing I knew, they were writing me asking if we wanted to team up, and I was like, yes. So the game is called Switchcraft. I love it so much because if you can tell, it has witchcraft in the name. I am a magic freak. I love anything witch, magic, wizard, you name it. And I don't really play a lot of phone games because I have like a 2-second attention span, like that squirrel from Ice Age. But this game I actually like because it's more of a puzzle gem game. It's really interactive with like a magical theme that leans very murder mystery. If you know me, I love murder mystery. We have a show based off it, but there's crystal balls, magic mirrors, and spells. And then in between the story and trying to figure that out, you're presented with a puzzle game where it's like a match 3, where you pick a jewel and then the other jewels drop and you have to match everything. Usually I'll sit down, have the Golden Girls in the background, play this with a cup of cocoa. It just works marvelously. Like just within the first couple minutes of playing, I was already into this story where this young witch was going to school, but she had a vision of somebody trapped underneath ice. And I was like, well, who's trapped under ice? Like, I gotta continue. And it's also one of those kind of games where you can choose your outcome, like every path doesn't lead to the same answer. So my little story might be completely different than the story that you'll get. I enjoy the game. If you like magic, if you like puzzles, if you're a relaxing kind of person, definitely check it out. I will link you down below. It'll be in the top of my description box. And I always try to be 100% honest with my followers. Y'all are taking the time to watch my videos, and I'm not gonna steer you wrong. I do actually like the game. Like, it's fun, it's interactive, it's relaxing. If you are a ball of stress, you need a good way to relax, you want a good puzzle, but a nice, fun, magical storyline, then this is your ticket. And just like these videos, it's not that serious. It's cute, it's fun, I really do like it. So make sure you check that app, and if you do download it, let me know how you like the game. And a huge thanks to all of you for allowing the sponsorship, and giant thanks to Switchcraft for sponsoring me. But I am deadass being serious, like I do play that game. I am a magical whore. I used to have broomsticks hung up in my bedroom and like little potion making sections. Oh my gosh. So anyways, back to the best and worst of Bootete. Starting with our Yas category, these products aren't in any kind of order, but if we did have an order to these, this would definitely be in the top, which I am very shook at because the foundation to this, I hated like shit, but not the concealer. That is the KVD Good Apple Can Squee Squee. This is powerful. I've used it as an eyeshadow primer. I don't love it as that. However, I found that if you put this down and then a tinted eyeshadow base, it doesn't stain your eyes if you're using pressed pigments, which is really, really good. But even on like no makeup days, I've been using this almost every day. However, it's just a little bit too light for me. So I have to figure out, do I want to look like I have a terrible tan under my eyes, but I am a little bit more well rested? Or do I just want to look like shit and have it be like an actual color? A lot of times I'll pick the first option because at least I'll look less tired. But yeah, coverage on this shit is fucking bangable. It is so pretty on the skin. It just smooths out, and if you apply it correctly, it can last all day. It doesn't really crease that badly. Like, it doesn't create the tiger stripes. I apply it, I let it dry, I kind of go over it with a fan, I don't show any expression, and then I powder it. And I kind of press the powder in, which doesn't even make it cakey. But after I apply it, I could probably do a fucking weekend in Vegas, and by Sunday, it would still look great. I just have to return these and get my actual color because, ooh, no. Oh my gosh, there's just cat hair all over my lip gloss. The next product I do also think is fabulous, but I don't know that it's really worth the price, but how it looked on my skin was sensational, and that is the NARS Light Reflecting, I think that's what this is called. Yes, Light reflecting foundation. This is so stinking pretty. Oh my gosh, I just read shake well and I started shaking. Why am I shaking it? But this is beautiful on the skin. I am kind of really picky when it comes to products like this because I'm starting to get fine lines. My skin is kind of changing. I'll be oily one day, dry the next, but right now I'm pretty neutral. It's not the most coverage ever, but every time that I've used this since reviewing it, I've been like, oh my gosh, this is heavenly. It really is beautiful, which is great to hear because the last NARS foundation that we tried, I think it was their matte one, and it was just hellishly horrible. Well, actually, now that my skin is a little bit more on the neutral side, it's not that bad. You just have to go in really sparingly. But this by far beats any of the foundations that I've tried in a long time. It makes my skin look glowy and youthful without making me look like a grease pit. By the end of the day, my face just looks dewy, not like a cast iron frying pan after it's cooked bacon. Again, though, totally not sold on the price because drugstore shit is really good. I am a Maybelline Fit Me whore, but this does kind of look better than that. And so it's kind of worth it, but also like, I don't know. But if you happen to see this and you want to pick it up, I definitely recommend trying it. I've also been seeing a lot of people talking about body scrubs lately. I think as the US at least is going into summer, people are trying to shed their dry ass, flaky, scaly skin and have something smooth. And so rather than going out and spending your hard-earned money on all these salt and sugar body scrubs, they are so damn easy to make. I want to show you how to make one for super cheap. You can totally customize this. You can put sea salt in it. You can put other kinds of oils. I shop at Costco, so I just have a big ass thing of olive oil. But you can get drier oils that'll absorb into your skin a little bit faster. But anyways, you're gonna take some sugar, just normal white powder sugar. No, not powder. Normal granulated sugar. And we're gonna dump a little bit of that into this guy right here. And you can use sea salt. You do not have to use sugar. Just make sure it's not too terribly coarse because you'll chop your skin up. Well, no, that's a bit dramatic, but still. You want something with a little bit of grit, but isn't chopped up razors. Anyway, then you're gonna take your olive oil or any oil that you're using, pour a little bit into there, put our little lid on, and shake it. Yep, maybe. There we go. And then depending on how dry your skin is, if you want a bit more moisture, add more oil. If you want more of your dry skin taken off, add more sugar. But you are left with this fabulous little scrub. You can put essential oils in there. You can put smellies in there. You could put coffee in there. You could literally put anything, a little bit of peppermint, and it feels so good in the summer. But honey, that is literally what you're paying the big bucks for. That is all. And if you want a lip scrub, you just add a little bit more sugar to the oil so it's a little bit thicker. And that's what's like $15 in these little tiny lip scrub containers. Like, do not give into it. And don't get me wrong, they do have good scrubs that have a lot of good oils in them and stuff, but if you're in a pinch, or if you don't really give a fuck if it has jojoba oil and cocoa butter, then totally go with something like that. I swear your skin will be shiny and you will save so much money. But body care shit like that is just so simple to make. Moving down the list of already made items though, we have this coconut and fig hair mask by, I don't know. Oh, Style Dry? That is really bad packaging. However, the product itself is really, really good. I'm still getting sent BoxyCharm randomly. A lot of people wondered why I stopped doing BoxyCharm, and it's because they don't allow people in Michigan to have codes anymore. So they're expecting people like myself to just like promote their shit for free and make videos and stuff, and they get the money. It's just weird, but I might be moving to a state where they do pay their influencers, but I don't even know if I want to continue. I don't know. But anyways, BoxyCharm still sends me the boxes, which I'm grateful for. And this was inside it this last month, and I gotta say, I really like this. I've used this like 3 or 4 times, and it makes my hair like so thick and lustrous. Luscious? I think I was trying to say lustrous. Oh my god, I can't even say it. I was trying to mix luscious and I think lustrous, but it really does add a lot of moisture to your hair. I don't know that this is really any better than using actual coconut oil in your hair, but it is really good. And I did just check, since this was in BoxyCharm and some people don't want to use it, it is all over Poshmark and Mercari for pretty inexpensive. So if you see it and you want it, definitely grab it from there for like 20 bucks less than what it is at Sephora or Ulta, wherever it's at. And then the final product for this category, where is it? It's actually a little sample that I got from C4Ha, but I've now used like 3 of these little guys, and this is the Lord & Jones Pore Detox CBD Facial Oil. I love this stuff so much. It smells like tea tree. It's the final step in my process. I just push it into my skin, and oh my I think this stuff is really what's helped alleviate my dry patches on my skin and just balance everything out. I love the smell. I think it's really fucking expensive because you can buy these little packets on Poshmark for like 20 bucks. I've never actually even seen the normal container of it. I couldn't tell you how much it was. It's probably hella expensive. But if you're ever shopping at Sephora and they give you these samples, stock up on them. They are great. Even if you can only get your hands on a sample, you only use 1 drop a day. So this little guy will last you like a month. It doesn't leave your skin like sticky and greasy. I don't have cat hair pressed onto my cheek. It's just a good face oil. I love it. Now we are moving on to our next category, the meh section. Starting off with yet another foundation that I actually really freaking loved. That is the Patrick Star One Size Booty Turn Up the Base Blurring Balm BB Cream. What the fuck? I don't know. Prep it, blur it, tint it, bop it. The only reason this is in my meh section and not my yas category is because of the price. This was $33, yet it looked just as good as my drugstore. No, I take that back. It looked better than drugstore foundation, but not $33 good. Like, this to me is a $20 foundation. If that were the price, I would stock up on this and it would be my holy grail forever. You can go light coverage with it. You can go medium. You probably could build it up to be heavier coverage. I've not really tested how far I could take it because I don't want to waste it. It's really thick, and even though you do get a full fluid ounce in here, because it's so thick, you kind of have to use a lot. Like, they suggest using a dime size amount, and there are not that many dimes in this little bitch. So I dare say this does look better than this. However, you don't have to use very much of this. And so this is almost more worth the price than this, but oh fuck, this is beautiful. If they ever get off their little high pony and make their products priced what they should be, this would be my all-time favorite. I really do recommend trying it. It's, I think, the only product from that brand that's actually worked for my skin, but this is also the first product of theirs that I've tried since my skin has been a little bit more even, so maybe I should go back and try other stuff, but this is totally my favorite fucking thing from this brand so far. Next up, we have a controversial product that I didn't even realize was controversial until after I reviewed it, and this probably should be in my hell no category because it didn't work that great for me, but it's so fucking pretty. That is the Suzuki, I don't know what this is, the Flower Highlighter Palette. A lot of people did say that for this to work the best, you should probably use a wet brush, so let's try that because I still have not. But as it is, I don't care for the actual product. It just is really powdery. It's not that pigmented, but it looks so pretty. However, they really need to hire better people to manage their shit. Like, their photography was fine until we noticed that they just put dark foundation on a light model and used that for the deep tones. And then they also said that the skin was like leather. They said white leather and black leather, which I'm sure should have translated to white skin and dark skin. But this is definitely not an English speaking brand. It is straight from China. I don't think they expected to blow up like this. And I'm not excusing their behavior. Like, if you're gonna launch a brand, just do the damn thing, get good models, have a translator. It's not that expensive. But it's not my hell no category because it's actually a really pretty piece of makeup artwork. Like, that's cute to display. I just really hope they get their shit together because it is not a cute look to be racist, whether it was intentional or not. But here is a wet brush and I'm just gonna apply it to the flower. This guy was pretty ashy last time I used it, and I guess it's not as ashy this time. That's really nice. So if you're gonna use this, make sure you use a wet brush. It is still a little bit powdery, but not as bad. Let's just, for shits and giggles, try this guy because it was extra milky. Ooh, wow, that's actually really pretty. What the fuck? My baddie-o, I'm sorry for saying this was a piece of shit. I've never used a baked highlighter before, I don't think, and I'm the highlighter hoe, so I had no clue that you're supposed to use it with something wet. But yes, you are. Holy fuck. Anyways, I don't love everything behind this brand. They really need to clean their shit up, but the actual product itself is really pretty. When I got this was $9, and now I think it's like $20. It wasn't even worth the $9, although now that I've seen it with a damp brush, that actually is pretty damn good. So maybe it would even be worth the $20. With a wet brush, it didn't do that much damage. Like, it still looks pretty much the same. So I don't know. I don't love it. I'm probably never gonna use this again, but I certainly don't hate it. I think it's really pretty. Cool concept, but mixed with an epic fail. And lastly, for this little section, we have a palette that was actually really beautiful quality itself, but the presentation presentation kind of fucked everything up. That is the Base Blue Cosmetics, the Artistic Eyeshadow Palette that was supposed to look like the girl with the blue earring. No, girl with the pearl earring. She's a little bit blue. And it still kind of does. However, to get each shadow, you have to like take a teeny tiny little brush and dig into it, and then it just mixes up and turns into a muddy fucking shit show. Like, I have completely lost the blue that was here, and that's the only blue that you get in this palette. And the rest of the shadows are all kind of like a shimmery satin, and so you are very, very limited to the number of looks that you can create with this palette, to just the usability of this thing. And so this is kind of the same deal as that flower highlighter, where you're really only getting it to display. Like, this is not a usable cosmetic piece. The actual shadows are good quality. Like, if they sold them individually, that would be magical. But for me, this is just totally unusable. I've not wanted to reach for it since. It's an excellent concept with massive creativity, but the usability is so nil that I don't even know if I can recommend it. A lot of the comments also said, why would a brand pick one of the most drab paintings ever? Which I guess I do have to agree with. There is not much color in this. You have all these wonderful pictures like the Scream and colorful shit peppered all over the art community. So like, why did they have to pick this? There you're kind of able to see all the colors that you actually get. There's not that many, but really kudos on awesome creativity. That had to be a bitch to make. I couldn't even imagine that. And the presentation really did sell me, but knowing that I haven't reached for that palette since, I don't ever want to use it again. I have no reason to. It doesn't really make it worth the price. So it's just kind of meh. The quality isn't shitty, so it's not going to be in my hell no, but it's messy as shit, and I really don't feel like it's worth the price, so it's not going to be in my yas category. But I'm not going to sleep on their brand because the quality of each shadow was pretty damn good, but they had to rely on other things to sell the product, and those other things kind of ruined the product, which at the end of the day isn't super smart. Like, that doesn't lead to repeat customers. And we are quickly winding down. We are now at our hell no category, and we are starting that off with something that deserves all of the hell no's. That is Give by Gwen Stefani. That's her name, yes. Oh my goodness, I actually have this ready to go back in my Sephora box. I am keeping the liquid lipstick, but the rest of these products were shit. Well, no, they weren't shit, but they certainly weren't worth the price. And I'm not a lover of like returning makeup. I would rather either keep it, give it away, or list it on Poshmark. But this was genuinely hella expensive for literally nothing. Like, it came in this eco-friendly packaging, which turned out to be a bunch of plastic. And yeah, you can switch these quads out, but I would never refill this. Like, this you can get in ColourPop. You can get this in Revlon, you can get it in CoverGirl, you can get it in Almay. The quality is decent, but this company should be ashamed of themselves for their pricing. Like, there is no rhyme or reason why this should be, what, like $28? Yes, $28 for 4 colors. That is professional pricing right there, like the audacity. And to me, if they were truly caring about the environment, why not just make this whole thing paper? That just doesn't make sense to me. And a huge selling point for this brand was how they're recycled, how their packaging is made from recycled shit, but a lot of companies kind of do that. And so for that to be their selling point versus this being really good makeup, that's not good. I don't follow Gwen Stefani. I think she is beautiful, she is gorgeous, she is stunning, but that doesn't do anything for me. That's not gonna sway me. Even if these guys go on sale, maybe for like $12, they could be worth it. I think the Bullet lipstick is really, really cute. This retailed for $26. It does have good reviews on Sephora, but I just think it is so basic. For $26, you could buy so many ColourPop lipsticks, so many Makeup Revolution lipsticks, all of which, in my opinion, look and feel the same. This doesn't last very long on the lips, no more than a couple hours. You have to keep reapplying it, and it's not a one swipe full coverage kind of application. You have to go around and around like fucking Miranda sings just to get it to be full coverage, and then it's just melting everywhere. It is not that great, but is it good if you like Bullet lipsticks? Yeah, it's just average. Not worth $26 though. Fuck that. The only thing that I'm actually keeping out of this collection, which is only because I felt bad for returning all of this, is the liquid lipstick. I think the packaging looks so cheap, so handmade, so just like startup indie brand, like I'm making these with my Cricut at home, which really leads me to think that this whole collection is just a fucking cash grab. I could not see any professional using any of these products, and since Gwen Stefani isn't a makeup artist, I would assume that her makeup artist would have something to do with these. And I'm not a makeup artist, but I do sometimes do people's makeup, and I would never use any of these products on a client. And so the fact that these are makeup artist prices with AliExpress/Wish kind of quality, I just smell a huge ass cash grab. It has nothing to do with Gwen Stefani. If you like her music, if you like her, that's totally great. Yay. But this lipstick is called I'm Still Here, and honey, that is a stretch. We are barely hanging on. I haven't even done research to see who is actually behind this brand, like who owns this company and put Gwen's face on it. It seems to be a popular thing to do with like Ariana, with Fenty. But I think the difference with Fenty and all these other celebrity brands is that like Fenty is at every single launch. They're always coming out with new products, and Rihanna's actually trying them. Like she's always posting pictures and videos of her washing her face with her product or using her foundation or her lipsticks, and I don't usually see other celebrities use their shit like that. So all the fingers for me with this brand point towards it being a cash grab. Yes, dear. But also let me know if you have tried anything from this brand, what you thought of it. If you love it, maybe it totally is worth the price for you, but for me, having tested out like thousands of lipsticks is just ain't it for the price. Do I really even want to keep this? I mean, it was pretty. Also, let me know down in the comments below if I should keep this for $24. But our last product, I think I actually sent back too, but that was justified for real. It was $65 and it was basically water. What is that? The tinted water by Gucci? Chanel? Yes, the Chanel La Beige Water Fresh tint or water tint. I remember it had water in the name and it literally was a little bit of tint mixed up with water for $65 doll hairs. I am offended. Like, I know this is Chanel and they always have expensive products, but at least fucking justify it. This came in a plastic acrylic container. It came with a little tiny useless brush and it had about as much coverage as if I put a moisturizer on and kicked some dirt into my face. And I think under these magical lights, the product did look decent, but then once I was downstairs in average everyday human lighting, it didn't look like I was wearing anything. Like, you totally have to rely on a concealer for this product. I do think it was pretty, but it didn't do $65 worth of changing to my face. Like, I literally could have mixed my Maybelline with a little bit of moisturizer and I truly think it would have looked the exact same. This says it's a light to medium coverage foundation. I could not get medium coverage with this and I used so much damn product. It did give you a healthy glow. I saw that some people use this underneath their foundation kind of as a primer, which that could be really pretty. But if I'm gonna spend $65 on a primer, I would rather get something more bougie that actually is a primer. And on Chanel's website, they even brag that this lightweight formula is composed of 75% water. You are paying $65 for 3/4 of it to be water. Like, let's talk about how to dupe a rich person here because they have mastered that. But trust me, honey, it is not worth the price. It is pretty. Like, if this ever shows up at HomeGoods or Marshalls or something, maybe check it out because I would totally pay like 25 or 30 bucks for this, but 65, that is fucking ridiculous. Talk about some steaming horse shit. And I do know there were comments on my video of people saying, I love this stuff. It's not as though it looks bad. It's just the price tag and what you get. It's almost like this product is like a placebo. You're literally just putting water on your face to feel good. And it's doing so little, but because you think you put something on, it makes you feel better. Honey, you give me $65, I will come to your house, squirt you with a water bottle and leave. Because that is basically what you're doing with this. Anyways, my loves, that is all for this list. We actually had a pretty productive video today. And just a fabulous reminder, as we are heading farther into this year, remember to look for the beauty. There is a lot of darkness happening in the world. There always is. And it's not like we should ignore this shit and just completely not acknowledge it, but it's very easy to get wrapped up into that and it just festers inside of you. And so my wish for you going into this year even further is to remember the love. Take time for you. Take time to be positive. Do some breathing exercise. Think happy thoughts. It is absolutely necessary for your mental survival, for your physical survival, and to not slip into an awful dark place that you don't want to be. And so it's just a reminder, this is always a safe place. If you're going through something, comment down below. We are all here to go through it with you, to give open arms and give everyone hugs and embrace you virtually if we must. I truly belong to one of the best YouTube families here. Like, I am honored to be a part of this and just thank you. I always say every video, thank you for being here. I love having you and I truly do. And huge thanks to Switchcraft for sponsoring this video. Make sure to check out the app down below. But if you want a little bit more of me in your life, please check out my Patreon. It's patreon.com/Poplux. You get videos a day early, you get Patreon only content, and best part, it is cheap, fun, and fancy just like me. And like always, please be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell down below so that you're notified anytime I upload a new video. Don't forget my newest collection of highlighters, including Black Ice, which just changed from black to white, will be available again soon at thepoplux.com. Also, my latest album, Kiss of Fame, is available everywhere online that music is sold. Thank you so much to everyone who's supporting them. Comment down below, let me know what you thought of this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. You can follow me on Snapchat, Instagram, Instagram and Twitter at officialnady, and you can follow me online at thepoplux.com. Thank you so much for watching. I love you all, and I will see you again soon. Bye!